Okay, hello everyone. We are going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I don't really have a set reading plan for this video. I don't pick out books before I read them. I just can't do it. So I guess I'm just gonna be picking books as I go. If I even finish one. I'm a pretty slow reader. I think last time I did this, I think I only managed to finish 2. Although last time I did this, I tried to read for 24 hours straight. That's not gonna happen this time. We're gonna do it with a timer on my laptop. I did start a book. I'm not very far in. I think I'm on chapter 2. I started The Right Move by Liz Tomforty. This is my first time reading one of her books. I've heard really good things about the Windy City series. So yeah, this is probably gonna be the first book in this video, unless I switch books. Anyways, we are gonna start that timer now. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so yesterday I got to 2 hours and I made it to 26%, page 102 of The Right Move. So the main characters are Indy and Ryan. Indy, a few months ago, caught her ex-boyfriend, almost fiance, cheating, and so she needs to find a new place to live. And then Ryan, he's a really famous basketball player, not very outgoing, kind of nervous about scandals all the time, so he's more comfortable in staying in his own little box. Ryan has a twin sister, Stevie. She asked Ryan one day if Indy can move in with him, and at first he's like, oh my god, I don't want to do this. I've met this girl twice and one time she threw up on my shoes. Eventually he gives in though. I really like the beginning of this book. Their interactions are so cute, just like them getting to know each other, asking questions, roommate bonding. Oh yeah, this book is fake dating. I didn't know until I think a few weeks ago that this book was fake dating, and I was kind of hesitant on reading it because I don't really like fake dating most of the time. They did start the whole fake dating thing. I think it's going okay. I like how Ryan has such a soft spot for her and how he basically wants to kill her fiance, and I like how Indy's trying to make him more comfortable with her and how she's trying to bring more color into his life. Like literally, when she walked into his apartment, she was like, oh my god, this whole place is black and white. He agreed to help her take care of her plants, and then the morning after she moved in, he made her breakfast. Oh yeah, but how they started fake dating. Again, Ryan's a really famous basketball player, and so the team's general manager, he doesn't really think Ryan's cut out for the captaincy position. He literally says to Ryan's face, I don't think you're cut out for the position because you're not really a team bonding kind of guy, and I kind of hoped you'd get a girlfriend and soften up a bit. And then Indy ends up being at that same practice when the general manager tells Ryan that, and Ryan's like, oh, but I do have a girlfriend. I met someone and she's right there. So yeah, they pretty much started dating so that Ryan can get the general manager to like him more. And then Indy has a wedding in February or something that she needs to go to, and her ex-boyfriend is gonna be there, and they're both allowed +1s, and so Ryan agreed to go to that wedding with Indy if she helps him with getting the general manager to like him more. I am enjoying myself. It's just with the fake dating thing, I feel like I always need to get used to it. Normally I wouldn't pick up this trope, but I've heard so many people talk about this book and say it's so good, so I want to read it. Okay, we're now on hour 5, and I made it to chapter 23, which is 56% into The Right Move. Okay, I really hate to say this, but I'm kind of bored. I think it's just the fake dating. Why did this have to be fake dating? If they were just roommates, I think I would like it more. I just don't like the fake dating. I don't like fake dating in general, but specifically in this book, and basically all other fake dating books out there in the universe, I just hate how whenever they do something romantic or intimate, they keep thinking in their head, is this pretend? Are we faking it right now? Are we acting? And then whenever one of them asks the other person is like, oh no, this isn't real, I'm acting. And I'm just thinking, oh my god, why are you lying? You're clearly not. It's just really frustrating to read that. Honestly, I think this book would have been great without the fake dating. Also, this isn't a thing I dislike about the book, but these two are not good at keeping secrets. They've told basically all their friends and family that they're fake dating. I think the only one who doesn't know is the team's general manager, which I guess great. It's definitely different in that aspect compared to other fake dating books. I get the hype over Ryan Shea. I'm just not obsessed personally. I don't know, please don't kill me. I feel like he's too possessive sometimes, but then at other times, obviously, he's the perfect gentleman. He opens her car door every single time they're in a car together, and that's great, wonderful. I feel like in a way they're already together. They're not, but I feel like they are. They're both fully aware, I'm pretty sure, that they like each other. They just have some problems to fix, but other than that, I'm pretty sure they know they like each other. It's so obvious. It was obvious at 20%, it was obvious at 30%, it's even more obvious at 50%. Plus, the sister approves. Stevie gave her approval, they can be together. Honestly, even without the fake dating, I don't know if I would like this book anymore. I'm liking it fine. There's a lot of cute moments in this book. I'm just not obsessed with this couple. Maybe I was expecting too much, because I've heard people raving about this book. Maybe in my head, I hyped it up way too much, but so far it's fine. I like the little things he does for her in their apartment, getting her a bookshelf, making her coffee in the morning, and also putting it in the fridge for her because she prefers iced coffee, but she doesn't like it watered down. Those moments are sweet. I also just kind of wish this book was shorter. Like, it's a 400-page romance book. I cannot do 400 pages of romance. And I know I've kind of been complaining this entire time. I don't dislike the book. I just don't love it. I'm really hoping I can finish it tonight so I can start another book. Okay, we're 6 hours in. I stopped in the middle of a chapter because I want to rip my hair out right now. There's a misunderstanding between them. Ryan was telling her about his devastating college romance past life thing, which is really devastating. It really is very unfortunate. And they were having a moment. And then he says this thing. And after he says that, Indy thinks, okay, I'm a part of those people he doesn't trust. Ryan isn't saying what he's thinking right after he thinks it. And like, there's more, but that's the gist of it. And now there's this misunderstanding floating between them. And I want to rip my hair out. Like, how much of this book is left? I'm at 67%, page 271. I still have 33% to go. I've been so tempted to DNF this book. Again, it's not bad. I'm liking certain parts of it. I like how they're gradually opening up to each other about like their pasts. Like Indy about her relationship with her ex-boyfriend, her terrible ex-boyfriend. Also, Indy needs to get new friends. Like, she needs to cut them out of her life. They are not good friends. Like, the moment one of her friends said, oh, he made a mistake, he had a moment of weakness, I'm just like, nope, no, be gone immediately. It's just like everything's a mess. What am I reading right now? Like, how long is this gonna last? Like, I actually feel like I'm gonna puke. I'm so stressed right now. I'm like definitely over exaggerating, but I really hope this whole thing gets resolved in this chapter that I stopped in the middle of. Oh, another thing I do like though is that they're both such caretakers and they like taking care of each other. Also, I like the friend group of like Stevie, Xander, Ryan, and Indy. Another thing I'm happy about is that he finally said everything he's doing is not fake, which like, thank God, it's about time. Now he just needs to say that he wants her to stay. Like, just out with it already. I think I just have problems with no communication, but honestly, who doesn't? Like, the miscommunication in this book is actually so bad. And I don't mean bad by like, it's not done well. I mean bad as in like, the situation right now is just bad. Okay, we're now 8 hours in. I made it to chapter 35, which is 82%. Okay, so last night, after my little freak out, definitely jumped the gun a bit. That's my bad. I think within like the same chapter, the situation got resolved. Like, literally 5 pages later, I was just like, oh, okay, great. We love a man who resolves a misunderstanding quickly. Oh, I like the wedding though. Like the confession and then Indy sticking up for herself. Oh, and then there was this really cute scene in this book. I really loved it. It was Ryan speaking in sign language to a little girl. Like, that entire moment was just so sweet. I am kind of wondering, like, they're already together and I still have like 20% of the book left. So I'm just wondering what else can happen, because that's still a pretty decent chunk of the book and they're already together officially. This book is actually going to cause all my hair to fall out. So I kind of expected it, considering I still had like 20% of the book left. There was another misunderstanding. No, what's so frustrating though is that every time there's a misunderstanding, we're just running away. We're running away, not talking through the problem whatsoever. I can't take it anymore. I'm almost done this book. It's almost over. I think I have less than 100 pages left, so I'm gonna quickly read through those. Okay, we made it to hour 10 and I finished The Right Move. I'm giving this book 3 stars. Maybe my expectations were too high for this book, I don't know. Or maybe it was the fake dating. I like the characters. I like the friend group. I like Kai and Rio. They both have books in the series, so I'll probably read them at some point when I'm in the mood. I did like Indy and Ryan's relationship. Like, there were definitely some moments in this book where I was like, wow, I love them. And then other moments I kind of felt indifferent towards. For a majority of this book, I felt like I wasn't really invested in the story and the relationship. I did like the character development though, for both of them. Like Indy becoming more confident in what she wants and Ryan becoming more comfortable with the people around him. Yeah, I really like that. They definitely brought out the best in each other. I think the only reason I didn't love this book is because, okay, this might not be like a 100% fair review, because I know I keep saying this over and over again, but I just don't like fake dating. And the beginning drove me crazy when they kept thinking over and over again, oh my god, are we acting? Are we pretending? So yeah, for the first 50%, that drove me crazy. And then in the second half, the misunderstandings drove me crazy. Like, I understand why they happened and like they both had their own issues to work through. It was just really frustrating to read. The thing that really pulled me through this book though was like getting to see the other side characters and the friend group interactions. Overall, I thought the book was fine. Okay, we're now on hour 11. I started a book called The House Witch by Delham Hatch. It's book 1 in a series. I'm actually reading it on my Kindle because all the books are on Kindle Unlimited. I made it to chapter 7, which is 11% in. I'm having so much fun though. I'm really enjoying myself. I love the main character. The main character is Finlay. In the book though, we call him Finn. He's a very interesting main character. Very fun to read about. He has like a very straightforward personality. So Finn got hired to become the royal cook at the castle. I love reading about his cooking and like the food descriptions. To the people in the castle, he like cooks very unusual meals, but they enjoy them. Just like this book and the characters in the book describing the food and the cooking. It just feels very cozy. I love all the characters too. We're getting like a bunch of random POVs. I thought we would only be getting Finn's, but no, it's like the king, a character named Annika, which I'm pretty sure Annika is the main love interest. Then we got like a brief POV of this mysterious hooded guy. I feel like the entire castle has like a love-hate relationship with Finn, because like he's very nice to his kitchen aides and whoever works for him, they love working for him. But then to anyone who doesn't belong in his kitchen, kitchen. He's like, oh sorry, can you get out? I'm cooking for the king right now. Also, he's a witch. No one knows that he's a witch and no one knows that he can use magic. When he first arrived in the kitchen, it was so cool. He was like moving things around with his magic and like cleaning up the kitchen. There's also like animal companions in this book, specifically one, his familiar, his new familiar, a really cute cat named Kraken. I really do love reading from Finn's perspective though, because again, he's really straightforward, very blunt at times, but then also there are like these other moments where he's so nice. He's really good with children, specifically the prince, who's a little boy, and then how he's so nice to his kitchen aides, just gives them like a safe place to be. And when he first got to the castle, he also took like extra care to like figure out what the royal family's needs are, and so he's been like prepping his food and cooking for them based off that information. He's like such a quiet caretaker. I also love it when he uses his magic, just uses it for like these basic things like cleaning the kitchen, moving, shifting some things around. You can really tell he's incorporated it into his daily life. There's also like this behind the scenes mystery going on where like the king is trying to figure out if there's a spy in the castle, and then the romance in this book. I assumed the romance would be like one of the main plots in this book, but it seems to be a subplot, which I'm really happy about. I prefer romance subplots in fantasy books. I'm really not sure if Annika is the love interest. I'm just assuming she is because we're getting her POV every now and then. Her and Finn have had like a couple interactions here and there. Annika is used to like people paying attention to her, falling for her because of her good looks and how charming she is, but then she's like baffled when it comes to Finn because he's so indifferent towards her. Literally whenever she walks into the kitchen, he's like, what do you want? Get out of my kitchen. Finn is also really confused about her because the last time they interacted, she was asking like a bunch of questions about his personal life, and so when that happened, he was like, what is going on? Okay, we're now on hour 12. I stopped in the middle of a chapter. I'm now at 16%. I really love Finn. As you keep reading, you kind of figure out that when he's cooking, that's when he's the most confident, but whenever he's doing just anything else, he kind of has an awkward side to him, and it's just like so endearing to read. Like to me, he's just such a likable main character. Like I think with first impressions, when you see him like doing his job for the first time, he might seem a bit overconfident and commanding, but as you keep reading, you see like so many other sides to him. I love how he's so protective over the people around him. Also, I think it's so funny how the witches and the mages have like this rivalry enemy thing going on. Like the prince Eric was asking Finn if he should become a knight or a mage, and immediately Finn was like, knight, do not go anywhere near the mage title. And then the romance, I'm like pretty confident now that Annika is the main love interest. I'm loving their interactions. They're not often, but whenever she walks into the kitchen, like each time you can tell that they're getting a bit more comfortable with each other, and it's not like fast paced or anything. It's actually really slow. It's such a slow burn right now. I'm like having the time of my life. He got like concerned when he asked her like what she ate that day, and when she said she didn't eat much, he like immediately made her a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh my god, this book also has like humorous elements to it. There have been a few moments where I've laughed, like that one scene where the king and the captain came in, the captain not being able to control his laughter. Oh my god, and then one more thing about Finn, I love how he uses food to distract people. I think it's so funny. Like one moment people could be yelling at him or threatening him, and then the next moment they'll see him like making food, or like he'll serve them food and tea, and they'll just calm down immediately. And his magic, I love his magic. There's a reason this book is called The House Witch. I love how his powers are more like nurturing and protective rather than like attack magic. I did switch books. Okay, I really was enjoying The Witch House. That's what the book's called, right? Or The House Witch. I don't really know what happened. I think just because I saw the romance progress the tiniest bit, I got scared and ran away. Like listen, there's 5 books in that series. If they get together in the first book, that's a no from me. I am not continuing. Of course, I don't really know if they actually get together in the first book because I stopped when they had like one conversation. But yeah, I'm putting that book down for now. I'll probably continue it at some point just to see what happens. Anyways, we're 14 hours in. I started Arcanum by Lynette Noni. I don't think this series is as well known as her other series, The Prison Healer, because I know The Prison Healer is really popular, but I've never read it. The reason I wanted to read this one so much is because I really wanted a similar feeling to like the YA fantasy books that came out like early mid 2010s. Like I've been desperately looking for series like that I used to read, and so I believe Arcanum came out in like 2015 or something. I'm on chapter 4, which is 9% in. So far, definitely giving me a similar vibe to the books I read when I was younger. I'm liking the characters that have been introduced so far. I don't know if we're getting other POVs so far. Our only main character is Alex. I wouldn't be mad if we only got her POV throughout the entire series. I really like reading from her perspective. But yeah, this book is about Alex, like I just said, and she's supposed to enroll at this academy. She arrives at the academy, tries to go to like the headmaster's office, opens a door, and she's transported to this other world. And because there's no way back at the moment, she really has no other choice but to enroll at this other academy called Arcanum Academy. And this academy is for like students with magical powers, gifts. I really love fantasy books where all the characters have different powers. Alex comes from a world without magic, but she is supposed to have a gift. We just don't know what it is yet. Oh, okay, so there's 5 books in this series, right? And I wanted to know if there was like a romance in this book. There is, but it's a really slow burn apparently, which right up my alley. And I did spoil who the main love interest is, and by that I mean I went online, typed it in, who's the main love interest, and I found out. I just really wanted to know. We haven't met him yet in the book, but he is supposed to be introduced in the first book, and they're not supposed to get together until like the later books, like way later. If it's as slow burn as I think it is, I'm so in. Okay guys, we're on hour 16. I made it to chapter 14, 29% in of my book last night. I really love the academic vibe of this book, just like seeing her go to classes. Plot wise, there's not too much happening right now, which honestly I don't mind. I really like the friend group in this book. Oh, there was this one thing that happened though, where the school had to go on lockdown. There's been this really creepy man that's been showing up every now and then. We're not really sure who he is yet, although so far only Alex has been able to see him. The love interest still hasn't shown up yet. I thought when I searched it up, it said he would be introduced in the first book, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh my god, guys, I got so excited that I ran down here to give you guys an update. I'm not really sure which hour we're on. In fact, I think I forgot to stop the clock. Probably around like hour 17 or 18, but the main love interest name was mentioned. Also, one of the other main side characters. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys this, but last night I went on Pinterest and like searched up this book. I may have spoiled myself on a couple things, which honestly, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna regret later, but guess we'll find out. But yeah, it's two guys in her combat class, Declan and Caden. Caden is supposed to be the main love interest, and I don't care if that's a spoiler because I'm way too excited. Anyways, besides that, I'm having a lot of fun. I really love the friend group, especially like the main trio of Alex, Jordan, and Bear. They have like this sibling-like relationship, and it's so sweet. Like Jordan and Bear will mess with her because she still doesn't know too much about this world, and if something bad happens to her, they'll be like really concerned. They're so sibling-coded. And then just this entire world is really interesting. Like there's a mysterious library, and that's really enjoyable to read about because it's not just a library with books. It's kind of like a labyrinth. There's like a bunch of hidden rooms, hidden doorways, and they're exploring that right now. There's also a lot of deadly situations they've been getting themselves into. Also, there's a sentient suit of armor, like a whole set of armor that's empty but can move around. Okay, we're now on hour 20. Guys, this book is exactly what I wanted, like at this very moment. Definitely like right book, right time, or it's just that good. Not much is happening right now, but you can tell it's building up. Like right now, they're pretty much just hanging out, living their lives, but I'm having the time of my life. I'm going to devour this series. Literally, I was cooking, and while I was stirring my noodles, I was reading my book. Like I did not want to put it down. Oh yeah, I'm now on chapter 30, 59% in. It's so good. I have no complaints so far. Like why haven't I heard about this sooner? This is so underrated, and I'm only on the first book. This entire world is so interesting. They're very technologically advanced. Also the gifts, there are so many like different powers. We still don't know what Alex's is. I'm really looking forward to the big reveal though. And then all the characters, there's this one character in this book where like I'm anticipating her and Alex are gonna have this really close friendship. She's like a character where she doesn't open up to other people easily, but you can tell that Alex is slowly managing to pry the doors open. I can't wait for them to be best friends. And then Bear and Jordan, they invited her home for the holidays. They're one big happy family. And then oh my god, Kate and James, the love interest, they've only had one interaction, and it was eye contact. One interaction, I tell you, and I'm on page 267, 59% in. Like the slow burn, it's gonna be so worth it. I just know it. Okay, if I hadn't spoiled myself, which like don't get me wrong, I'm glad I spoiled myself. I'm so much happier knowing who the main love interest is. But yeah, if I hadn't spoiled myself, I think I would be able to tell who the main love interest is, but like I wouldn't be 100% sure. I would like guess because I have the sense, you know? I love fantasy books with subplot romances. So like yeah, I would have my guess, but I'd be like, is it really you? Or am I just hoping it's you sort of thing? Like that eye contact, you can just tell. Caden's not really involved in the story right now. It really is just more like the friend group. We're now 22 hours in. I'm 79% into the book. Guys, we got a bit more of Alex and Caden together. Made me way too happy. And then her combat class. Throughout the entire book, I think my favorite class of hers to read about is her combat class, just because it's like a high level, so there's very few people in it. And so Alex's classmates didn't really take her seriously before, but now after their first exam, they've all kind of gotten closer. Right after their exam, they all went to Fletcher. Fletcher is the school doctor. They all went together. Best thing I've ever read. Like they were all getting along so well. Like it's so nice seeing all the different types of relationship progression in this book, the friendships that are forming. Alex and Caden though, during the exam, it was so good. We have officially made it to 24 hours, and I managed to finish a carnet. 4 stars. This was so good. I loved it. The only reason I'm giving it 4 stars instead of 5, I like really thought about it. I just know I'm gonna love the other books in the series, and I know they're gonna be so good. There were quite a few reveals near the ending, and there was this one reveal where I thought it explained like this one character interaction, but the more I kept reading, I didn't really think so. There's something there, and I'm talking about like a potential side couple. So my Pinterest scrolling may have spoiled one little thing for myself about a side couple. I kept looking for like the signs, because there was this one thing in the beginning of the book where I was like, oh, interesting, but I don't actually know if he knows what we know, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I loved all the characters. I loved the friend group near the ending, and I specifically say the ending because of like this one friendship that formed, and I'm guessing it's going to be like a gateway to the side couple in this book. book. I'm really happy with the way it ended though, like no complications. I mean, some in certain aspects, but in the aspect that I was worried about, no complications. I'm really glad I picked this book up. Like, if you haven't read Arcanum, please give it a try so we can talk about it. But yeah, anyways, recap of the books in this video. First book I read, The Right Move by Liz Tom40. I rated that one a 3. Second book I tried to read, The House Witch, I got 22% in. And then the final book, the best book in this video by a landslide, Arcanum by Lynette Noni. 4 stars, immediately picking up the second book. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!